Well, I'm joined on Zoom today with Carl from Fuel. You guys will, of course, be part of the Bears' 31st annual Halloween Howler. We're very excited about that. So, honestly, if I could put the level of Halloween costumes that you're going to see at the Howler, I would honestly put it on the level of like the Strip in Vegas. Like, you're going to see some insane costumes at the Howler.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is there a contest or something?
Yes, yeah. So like thousands of dollars in costume prizes, and people really, really go all out. So I'm just
Nice.
excited for you guys to experience.
Nice. Nice.
Um,
Sounds fun.
so living in Vegas, do you still do any of those touristy things? Like, would you do any of those stereotypical things?
When family friends come out, right? You go, all
Yes.
right, let's go to the strip. Here's this.
Yeah.
But by now, most of them have been out here and they've seen most of it. And we go to the casinos on occasion, but it's like living at the beach. I don't know, I never lived at the beach, but friends that lived at the beach. Like when you live at the beach, you don't go to the beach. It's kind of the same thing in Vegas, I guess. You just don't go to the strip when you live here so much sometimes. But it's a fun town, right? You know, it's all there. It's all ready to go whenever you want it. It's right there. And anything, everybody comes through here. Everybody plays here. So it's a fun town. It's a really fun town. Again, it's probably one of my favorite places I've ever lived. And I've lived a lot of places, and all things considered, I'm not saying it's perfect, but all things considered, probably one of my favorite places I've ever lived.
Very cool. So what type of shows would you be going to? If no one was visiting and they picked the shows, if you were going to go to a show in Vegas, what sort of show would we see you at? Like concert wise or any type of show?
Yeah. A lot. Well, everybody comes through Vegas, right? It's
Yeah.
if you go through LA, you got to stop in Vegas pretty much just to get to LA because it's part of this kind of a thing. But everybody's here. You know what I mean? And I've got friends who run sound who are in town, and they'll go, "Hey, come out and see this, and come out and see that." And the other night, a friend calls me up and says, "Hey, I got Barry Manilow tickets, front row, free." I went, "Do I want to see Barry Manilow?" He said, "They're free. Just go." I went, "All right." He was actually great. You know what I mean? And he's in on his own joke. He's right in the middle of playing a song and he goes, "What's your grandfather doing right now?" And he keeps on going. So it's great. It's Barry Manilow, whatever. I like all kinds of music, anything that's done well, rock and the super heavy and all that stuff too. But it was like, so I get a lot of offers for that kind of stuff, and we'll go out and see. I had Formula One. Somebody, "Hey, I got a booth at Formula One. You want to go see it? It's the booth, blah blah blah." So you get offers for that kind of stuff, and it's a cool town, man. It's always something happening.
Very, very cool. I know it was a few years ago that you guys dropped the album with Fuel. So like, what have you been up to as a band? Are you kind of on these little hiatuses every now and then? Are you still like actively out there pushing out new stuff from the band?
We're not on a hiatus. We're never on a hiatus, right?
Mm.
The we did we've got a new record. I just got pretty much all the final mixes in today, actually. So we got a new record coming. We've been playing a lot of new songs in our set to try them out and mess around with them. And if you're on Fuel Official Facebook and Fuel Official and all that stuff, you've probably seen some of those put up. But no, we're working on a new record. We got our singer Aaron Scott, and it's been really cool. We're excited to see what comes out of this, as you always are. And it's heavier than we've ever been, probably as far as the body of work, which is great, which is what we always wanted to be, a heavy band anyway. And so we're excited. We're really excited. Got a new record right around the corner.
I love that. Okay, so I know you guys have been through a few lineup changes, and can you just speak to, I mean, how challenging that is as a band, like still working through putting out new stuff and just trekking on?
It's tough. It's tough. Bands aren't easy. I saw Gene Simmons do an interview and he said, n nobody expects marriages to work forever, but for some reason they think a band should be able to stay together forever. It's not that easy. And, some bands make it work and some bands make it work, but they still grind at each other. I mean, there's a few bands we were on tour with who were barely, they got all the original members, but they're not having a great time with it. And I want quality of life at this point. And I'm just like, let's just get a guy, to come and we can do all the old material and maybe do some new stuff. So Aaron Scott sang on the show The Voice, and he sang our song, the Fuel song, Hemorrhage on The Voice. We were like, that's awesome. Let's see what he's up to. We called him up. He was a fan of Fuel already. I think the first song he played when he's got his driver's license was our song Hemorrhage. So he was a fan, and it's been great. So Aaron's been really, really great. he came in. We laugh at him because when we first hired him, he had braces and only one lung.
Oh God.
And we said, "Oh my God, what have we done?" But that passed really quickly, and he was fine. And I mean, Aaron used to work in a prison. He's a prison worker. I don't know, crazy stuff with him. But he's been great. And Aaron Scott's been great. And we've been working on new material. And yes, we understand we've gone through some lineup changes, like most bands do at this time. Hardly any bands at this age are together still with original members. You probably name them on one hand. But I wrote most of the material. This is the songs I wrote. I want to go play them. Let's go play them. Let's have a great time. And we want to honor the past and step into the future, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. But I think Aaron being a fan first, it's been great. So Aaron, as our singer now, he was a full-on fan. So it's cool. We are doing what we do, still playing all the songs, and we want to make them sound as much as like the original as we can. So we're excited. We'll see what happens here.
Very, very cool. So you mentioned too that you're putting the finishing touches. So do you help out with production as well too? Like you're jack of all trades.
You kind of have to be, I feel like anyway. But I did everything on the last record. The record Anomaly. I did everything. It was kind of, I will never do that again, but it was in my corner to kind of go, okay, I played all the instruments, I wrote all the music, I produced it, I arranged it, and then I sent it out to get mixed, and it wasn't coming back mixed very well. And so I A-B'd our management at the time. I said, hey, here's my mixes versus their mixes, pick the mix. And they said, looks like you're mixing. So I ended up mixing that record as well and producing it. I did everything on that record. It was a lot. I would never do that again. It's way too much work for one person. But yeah, I'm always been to produce the records. I have an idea of what I want them to sound like and how they come out. And so I'm pretty hands-on when it comes to that. So
Very cool. Okay, so the fact that this is a Halloween show, not actually on
yes.
Halloween, but it is our big Halloween show. Can we expect to see you guys on stage in costume, or will you just bask in everybody else's enjoyment of costumes?
We look bad enough already, don't we? Come on, what am I gonna do to this? Uh, I don't know. We haven't thought about it yet. We haven't really talked about it yet. We might come out with a little something. I haven't really thought about that because Halloween's coming though, isn't it? I got to get myself together. So we'll see. But this is a Halloween bash. I was trying to get my head around. It wasn't on Halloween because I looked at the calendar and I went, well, we don't have anything on Halloween proper. But since this is all right, so I've heads up. You've told me what to expect. Now we'll try to act accordingly. How about that?
There we go. That works. And have you guys performed or like toured or anything with Lit before?
Well, not until this year, but we've been doing stuff with Lit all year, and they have been fantastic. We didn't know what was going to happen. We only had like 3 or 4 shows with them, and it worked out that it was something everybody wanted to see. The tickets were doing very well. We went, all right, let's keep going. So all year we've been with those guys, and Jeremy and AJ and Taylor and Kevin, all those guys are great. We were hanging out with them, and sometimes you get with the bands and you kind of stay in different camps and. Or maybe you not get along, but these guys have been great. We can get along great. It's a lot of fun with these guys, and if we may even go into next year with these guys doing some stuff. So it's fun. We're having a lot of fun with the Lit guys. They're great.
And I keep referring to it on air as this beautiful little 2000s nostalgia baby. Like I'm so
Right on.
excited for this show. I'm even more excited that you guys have got new stuff on the horizon as well. So can you give me any more about the new album, when we can expect it, anything like that?
I was hoping to be done in January. Now that's how records go, right? I was hoping to be done, 9 months ago or whatever. But yeah, we're hoping to put it out first part of the year and maybe try to get a single out before the end of the year. Of course, you know how it works in the music industry. Thanksgiving and Christmas comes and pretty much the industry shuts down and everybody has their one brief moment of family life before they dig back in January. So we'll see. But trying to get it finished, polished up right now, going to mastering ASAP to get it mastered and get it finished and put it to rest and be done. So it's been a long project, but we want it to be great, and so that's what we're trying to do.
Cool. Well, looking forward to hearing some of that. So we will see
Thank
you, Carl, and Fuel at the 31st annual Halloween Howler, October 24th. People can still grab tickets through thebearrocks.com, and we'll see you around Halloween.
Yes. Thank you.
100.3 free the Bears' 31st annual Halloween Howler. October 24th at the River Cree Resort and Casino with Fuel and Lead. Plus reuniting for one night only. Edmonton's own Tupelo Honey and DJ Quake. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.